So whether upper or lower, so for the upper digestive, again, right hand, it is thumb and index finger, middle finger, or lower digestion, thumb to ring finger and pinky finger. The left hand, same for everybody. That is thumb to the middle finger and ring finger. Middle finger and ring finger. So this is the mudra for nourishment, for assimilation, for digestion. Good to practice. If we can't digest, then we are not receiving nourishment. So as you settle in to your body, to your breath, to your being, let the breath become full and deep. Invite the out breath to stretch out a little bit in relation to the in breath. And then create that gentle restriction of the glottis, of the vocal cords for the ujjayi, the victorious breath. But we create that gentle hissing sound. Doing it on both in and out breath. It will slow the breath down further. And ujjayi is a wonderful breathing practice. You can do it anytime, anywhere. It helps calm the body. One of the most important parts for digestion. If we are anxious, stressed, overwhelmed, our digestion begins to just shut down. Too much to take in. And onto the ujjayi, we can layer the kapalati breath, which is a great pranayama for, again, digestion. You don't want to do this right after you've eaten. You also don't want to do this if you have high blood pressure, in which case you'll continue with the ujjayi. If you have a hiatal hernia, or any other hernia for that matter, if you have had recent surgery, as this increases the pressure in your abdomen. The kapalati translates to skull shining, and is that forceful exhalation, as if you're coughing or sneezing. So, harking back to last week, as you forcefully exhale, pull the belly in to help expel the breath. Pulling the belly in forces the breath out. The in-breath is passive. It simply fills a vacuum after the out-breath. This also stokes your internal fire. So it aids digestion. No, don't do it right after you eat. Again, that would not be beneficial. Let's do 3 more. And then let your breath return to neutral. Relax your mudra. And we'll take the arms out and up. Starting with our stretches, extending up. And let's stretch to the right first. Keep the elbows straight. And let's go to the left. Inhaling up, twisting to the right. Come back up to the left. Back up again. Interlace the fingers, other thumb in front, pressing up again. And this time, let's go to the left first. Side bend. Inhaling up, right side. Back up again. Twist to the left side. Back up. And to the right. Drawing back up. And release the hands down. Let's take the legs out in front. Extend the legs out. And I have my blankets behind me, so it's very easy for me just to use my hands to ground and lift up through the front spine. Press the back of the legs down. And just bend the knees if those pesky hamstrings are pulling the sits bones under. Let's take the hands behind the knees, pull the feet in for Baddha Konasana. So this super short sequence, it is a sequence, even though that we often move on to our other things, but you can just practice this every day. It's better than nothing. Let's hold on to the ankles as you inhale, lift up again, reach out through the inner knees, stretch out through the inner knees. And let the bottom of your feet, your soles, look upwards. So spread the feet, spread the toes. Take your thumbs, give yourself a little soul love. And we'll bring the soles of the feet together. Take your hands to your knees, bring the knees together. And now let's come all the way on to the mat. So sitting down, legs extended out, and then take your knees in, leaning back. So walk your feet in as far as is comfortable. It's a very, very, very gentle boat pose. Boat pose is all about core strength. So here, as you lean back, just use your hands as your little extra core. But if you let your hands relax a little bit, the pelvic floor is drawing up, lower abdomen is drawing in. And let's straighten the right leg. And the left. So we're just going for a little walk. Tapping the feet down. Not a big hairy deal. Pay attention to that. The abdomen is in and pelvic floor is helping out. Let's bring the feet down. Take the hands back. Palms flat, fingertips towards the feet. Roll the shoulders up and down the back and pull the elbows together. So sort of a weird cobra event. Inhale, press into the feet. Let's lift the hips. Lift the hips. Now looking down at your hips, are they the height of the knees? And then once they're the height of the knees, so use the buns. Press up, press up, press up. Use the seam of the back body. Draw the shoulders back. And then maybe release the head back. And then draw up and lower down. Let's take the hands behind the knees again. Rocking back again. This time, maybe let the feet come up a little bit. So now, floaty. I'm going to straighten my right leg out again. Use the support again of the lower abdomen. So the less you use your arms, the more you have to use your core. So maybe you want to add oars. Keep the chest lifted, keep the chest lifted. Don't let the low back round. It's not so bad, right? Side to side. Ooh, yes, I know. All right, let's catch both legs again. And then let your low back come onto the floor. Low back. Now release your hands alongside, hovering. Take the right leg out long. So Ardha Ardha, half boat pose. Let's bring it in. Take the left leg out. Keep the low back down and flat. One more time, each side. Lengthen out along the floor, out along the floor. So the psoas, my psoas, gets a little event. All right, let's hug the knees in again. Take the head down and rock from side to side. That wasn't so bad, was it? We'll take the arms out to the sides. And now on this one here, the stomach turning pose, I do like to press my palms down. You almost never hear me say that. Let's take on the next in-breath, draw the abdomen towards the mat. And just let it go. Let's do that again. Flatten the low back. So you, again, pelvic floor and lower abdomen, Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha are engaged. Let that go again. So we used the strap last week, the little tuck and heel taps. It's the same thing we're doing this week. Press the low back down. And now hold it down. As you inhale, take your knees down to the right elbow. Knees to the right elbow. Inhaling, exhaling up. Take a full breath in and out. Exhale again, flatten the low back. We'll take the knees to the left side. And returning up. Here we can add a little leg straightener at the center. Take the legs to the sky. Exhale, flatten the back, take the knees down. So knees are bent now, knees are bent. And then on the exhalation, we return back up. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, bend, flatten the back, take the knees to the other side. Exhaling, we return to center. So we have a breath while we're down. Don't make it too hard, but don't make it too easy either. Moving from side to side. So keep the knees together, keep the knees together. Don't let them sway apart. They want to, but you go nay, nay, nay. As best as you can, keep the opposite shoulder down, moving slowly so that you're actually using your core strength and not the momentum to move. That strains the ligaments tremendously and is dangerous for your spine. So move slowly so you can control the descent and control the return. Only go low, only go as low as is right for your body. Go from side to side. So here we're really working the obliques. Next time you come back to center from the left, let's hug the knees back in again. You guys are looking fantastic. And from here, let's take the feet onto the mat again. Inhale, take the arms overhead. Low back arches. Exhale, hands back down, a little flattening. Inhaling, arms goes up again. Let the back arch. And exhale, take the hands down. Inhale, one more time, take the arms back, and now lift the hips, lifting the hips. Exhale, hips comes down, arms stay overhead. Inhale, lift the hips again. And exhale, lower the hips. Take the ribs away from the palms of the hands. One more time. Inhale, pressing up. And exhale, draw the ribs towards the feet. And then we'll straighten the legs. And come onto our belly. I know you're wondering, when are we going to do Shalabhasana? Don't worry, here it is. Yes, I include it practically every time. It is that good. So let's take the hands down alongside the hips. Locust pose. As you inhale, lift the legs, hands, heart, and head. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And exhale, lowering down. Take a breath. And we'll do that one more time. This time, though, take the arms out to the sides. Inhale, leg lifts. Press the hips down. Lift the heart. Lift the arms. And then lower down. Take the arms overhead. Overhead. With the arms overhead, spread the shoulder blades, but hug them onto your back body. Last one, inhale, lift the legs, heart, head, and arms. Lift, 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 lift. And take the hands under the shoulders. And exhale back to puppy pose. Exhaling back to puppy pose. So that got the whole back seam on board. Inhaling up to our tall cobra. And as you do, flip the feet so the tops of the feet are on the mat. Hips draws down, heart lifts up. And then exhale, go back again. So the knee stays down. Inhaling up. Hips down, heart up. Go back and forth. Back and forth. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. When you come forward, stretch the ankles so the tops of the feet are down. When you draw back to puppy, tuck the toes. And the next time you go back, let's go back to downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take your dog for a little walk and let the head hang completely relaxed. And swing things around a little bit. Let it all just drain on out. And then look up as you inhale and walk or step the feet to the top of the mat. And we are in our forward fold. Just let the knees bend. The knees bend so that the spine is long. Walk the hands forward. And that can be on blocks or the mat. And then walk the hands to the right side. Walk the hands to the right side. And then straighten the left knee a little bit more. Pull the left hip back, pull the left hip back. Bend the knee and walk the hands to the other side. Now straightening the right knee, lengthening the right side waist. And bend the knees again, walk back to center. Take the hands to the hips. And then inhale, press all the way up. Boom. Here we are. So it's a lot about getting length on the sides, because when the ribs sits down on the hips, everything is collapsed. There is no room for your digestion. Once we create space, now the organs just functions much better. So a little bit more space. Take the legs close together. Or use a block between the thighs, that feels better. So creating a sense of a unileg And inhale the arms up overhead, clasping your left wrist, and then pull the left arm up, 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 press down through the heel, and then side bend to the right. Side bend, so you are elongating the entire left side. Inhaling up, switch to the other side, lengthening up, and other side, other side. Let's return back up, reach up through both hands. Both hands, reach, 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 palms facing each other. Spread the shoulder blades on the back. Spread the shoulder blades on the back. And then do a little standing back bend. So it's a standing locust pose. And inhaling up and hands to the sides. Now let's place the blocks on the mat. And also, you might want to place a blanket across your mat for the knees. So the sun salutations. Sun implies heat. This is a yang practice. So I'm about 2/3 down. I'm going to guesstimate that that's about right. I did just upload a little YouTube event with the different type of sun salutations. So I can't say I promise, but I'm pretty confident that there is a sequence that suits most anybody. So standing at the top of your mat, between your blocks. If you have osteoporosis of the spine, doing this either with a chair or just using the high blocks to prevent rounding the upper chest forward. So it's maintaining length here at all times. We'll start by bringing our palms together at heart center. And as you breathe in, create an inner length up through the body, pressing down through the heels, and exhale, bow your head to your heart. Inhale, hands and gaze to the sky. And exhale, forward fold. Take your hands to the blocks or the chair. Inhale, half forward fold, looking up, lengthen the spine. And exhale, step your right leg way back. Hopefully there's a blanket there for it. Inhale, lift the heart. Lift the heart. And then exhale. Let's come back to puppy pose again. Keeping the hands on the blocks. Inhaling. Camel. Ustrasana. So coming up into kneeling. Hands to the hips. Lift the heart. Pull the elbows together again. We inhale up and then exhale, hands to the blocks. Right leg creeps forward between the blocks again. Lift the heart. And then give the back knee a little bump to propel you up forward again. Forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees, lengthen the spine, and we press all the way up. Exhale, hands and gaze to the heart. Inhale, left side leads. Draw the hands up, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half forward fold, looking up, straight back. And exhale, take the left leg way back. The longest lunge you can get. Inhale again, lift the heart. And exhale, we repeat. High puppy, hold the hips back. Inhaling, hands to the hips, camel. And traveling up, find the blocks, take the left foot up. And we back in the lunge. Lift the heart, little bump on the back knee. And we step all the way up. Bend the knees, sweep the arms out and up. And exhale. Hands and gaze to the heart. So 1 down. So far, so good? So now we can spice it up a little bit. And Linda, for you, I just want to be really, really cautious with your knee. Make sure, and that goes for everybody, we have 2 rules for the knees, right? It's over the ankle and it tracks over the second toe. So round 2, anybody's birthday? No. Sutra 114. I'll let you go look that one up. Exhale, bow the head to the heart. Inhale, hands and gaze to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half forward fold. And exhale, we take the right leg back again. Take the knee down. And then lift the heart and maybe the hands a little bit higher. Exhale, take the hands down. So now you have the choices of either repeating puppy and camel pose, or move the blocks out of the way and come back to modified plank pose. Knees are down. So the roly-poly, I call it that because I can't think of anything else to call it. Let the hips come down first, belly, heart, and forehead. Release the tops of the feet, hands up by the side chest. Roll the shoulders up and down the back, and we inhale, cobra pose. Tuck the toes to downward facing dog. Look up on the in-breath, and as you exhale, step the right foot with a little assistance up between the hands, knee down. I got my blocks again at the ready. Heart, maybe hands. Exhaling, hands to the block. We're a little hop back to the top. And inhale, knees bend, pressing up. Exhale, hands and gaze to the heart. Inhale, left side leads all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Let me have a look-see. Inhaling, half forward fold, flat back. And exhale, left leg leads back. Inhale, lift the heart, maybe the hands. And exhale, again, step back to modified plank. Modified plank. Shoulders over wrists. So here for full plank, it's very easy. Simply just press the heels back. Boom. And then from here, so the 8-point pose, in lieu of the roly-poly, drop the knees down, drop the chest down, booty high, or do the roly-poly, and then the chin down. 8 points, touches the floor. Inhale, slither the belly forward to get the hips down, shoulders down and up, and now lift up into cobra again. Elbows hugs in, and exhale, downward facing dog. Look up on the in-breath, and as you exhale, left foot comes up between the hands. And then take the back knee down. Inhale, lift the heart. And exhale, hands back to the block, stepping up. Forward fold. And inhale, sweep the arms out and up. And hands back to heart center. Well, I say this is going swimmingly. So of course we have a couple of things that are not in this sequence. External rotation, but we did bound angle pose at the beginning, so check. Twists are also not included. We also did those in the beginning. So we kind of grandfathered in, but I say we can add another little twist here. So let's do just that. palms together, heart center. Exhale, bow the head to the heart. And inhale, hands and gaze to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhaling, again, half forward fold. And we lead back again with the right leg. Take the back knee down, well supported. And then let's take the arms out and up. Exhale, bring the palms together and heart center. Palms together, heart center. Twisting, take your right elbow across the left knee. Right elbow across the left knee. So now it gets kind of critical. Remember the rule? Knee over ankle. Your left knee exactly over the ankle. Now press the knee into the elbow. Elbow into the knee. Elbow into the knee. And this is a really lovely little event. Now we can have a little bit more fun with this by pressing through the back heel as we did in plank pose. As you press, maybe take the back knee up, be kind. Hug the inner thighs together. Margaret, you okay? So keeping the knee down or up. So it's a high lunge, Janice.
Technical.
Can you not see me? We'll take the knee back down.
Okay, I'm good.
And then let's transition back through downward facing dog. Inhale forward to plank pose. So either the roly-poly, which is kind of on the shoulders, or the 8-point pose of the 2 feet, 2 hands, 2 knees, chest and chin. Inhale, slither forward. Draw the shoulder blades down and back, and we inhale, we lift up to cobra. This is our last cobra. Make it a good one. And from cobra, now press the tops of the feet down, press the hands down, lift the knees, Upward facing dog to downward facing dog. And then look up as you inhale. Exhale, let's step, right leg, back up, left knee down. And again, hands to the sky, get the length, space between the ribs and the hips, palms together, heart center. And we hook the knee again. Left elbow, right knee. With each inhalation, we get a little bit more length. With the out breath, a little bit more twist. Let me have a look, see? So let there be a sense of your inner thighs still hugging together. So it is a twist with the right knee forward, left elbow. Maybe press back through the heel to lift. Maybe press back through the heel to lift, but be kind, be careful. Sometimes there's such a thing as too much of a good thing. And as you exhale, lowering down. And from here, tuck the back toes under, and we step up again. Forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees, lengthen the spine, press into the feet. And we are back up. And take the hands down. Whew. So far, so good. Now, have your blocks, I think you all do right there at the front where you can read some blocks, or a chair for a little play with Warrior 1 and Warrior 3. So let's inhale, take the arms out and up. Out and up. Press down through the heels, lengthening up. Right now, 75% of your body is in Warrior 3. How about that? And Warrior 1. We just have one leg position that has to twist, to change. So as you exhale, Let's draw into a forward fold. Take your blocks and move them under your hands so that you are in a standing tabletop. Standing tabletop. Inhale, look up, flat back, and then move the legs close together. Legs close together. Take the right leg up behind. Lift the right leg up. So we could call this Ekapada Ardha Uttanasana, but that sounds kind of weird. But one-legged half forward fold. As you exhale, bend your left knee and then reach your right leg back and place it down, preparing for warrior one. Inhale, let's take the arms out and up. Again, just check that your left knee is over the ankle, grounded and well, tracking over the second toe. And then keep your anchor, your back leg well anchored. So the back heel has come down, back heel has spun down, yes. And the knee is straight and your right glute is turned on. Now let's take the hands down alongside the hips, like your wings. Reaching the arms back, hands back. As you lean forward, lift the back heel. And then we come into warrior three position. Now you can always take your hands down to your blocks. They're right there. Reaching back. And then here, now I'm going to take my hands down. I invite you to do the same. Take the right leg down. Forward fold again. Inhale, half forward fold. Again, legs close together. And we'll take the left leg up. Lift the left leg straight back. Powerful, strong leg. Lift it up. And then draw back. Land the leg back. Land it back. So be kind. Use the blocks as much as you need to for stability and balance. Inhale, you spin the back heel down as you lift the arms out and up. Warrior one is one of the few poses that gives us that calf stretch on the back leg. So your right knee is bent over the ankle. And the back heel, the outer corner of the back heel is reaching back. Pull the arms up, lift the ribs up and off the hips. Now, choices. Either keep the arms exactly where they are, kind of like Shalabhasana that we did with the straight arm forward, and begin to lean forward, leaning forward. Let the back leg take flight. Back leg takes flight. Remember, the blocks are right there, so no worries. So the hands can be straight forward. They can also be down along the side for the wings. Warrior three, straight line, but it's a back bend. Think back at locust pose. Leg lifts, shoulders lift, heart lift, and then exhale. Let's take the hands to the blocks if you haven't already. And we're back in Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, look up. Look up. And then we're going to travel back to just a short intermission in downward facing dog. Walk the feet back. And then take the knees down, wide knee child's pose. Sink the hips back. Linda, for you, it may be better to be on your back for happy baby pose for your knee. So wide knee child's pose. Let your ribs just nuzzle down between your inner thighs. Let the breath draw into the back. The forehead can rest on the mat, your forearms, or block. But let it rest on something. Of course, if you're on your back, it ain't going to be resting, and that's perfectly fine because the back of the head will be grounded. So the neck releases. Easy breath. This is a challenging sequence, I know. This is your, again, pre-feasting sequence. If you're worried, and there may not be well, no buffets this year for the holidays, are there? But if you're worried about enjoying all the offerings that you may be making yourself, remember the easiest metabolic booster is 7 sun salutations a day. You can practically eat whatever you want. With that said, let's take the hands under the shoulders and you'll sit up in staff pose. Again, Dandasana. Dandasana. Let's take the hands by the hips. So sitting centered on the sits bones. Centered on the sits bone. Draw the back of the knees down. Draw the back of the knees down as much as the hamstring will release. Lift the heart, lift the heart, lift the heart. Good call up. And then bend the knees up again. We started with the pondering on reverse tabletop. So with the knees bent up, the easiest of these variation is, of course, not doing it at all, but only if you have a shoulder thing. So I always said, and I didn't say at the beginning, but I hope you remember, if you are nursing a shoulder, be kind. So the variation, your shoulder may be tight after practice, is just to draw the shoulders back, squeeze the shoulder blades together. To go a little bit further here, of course, is to lift the hips. Lift the hips. And then releasing the hips down. Straightening the legs out again. Bring the hands back. And now the variation of this pose is doing it as we do it in the 5 Tibetans, the Fountain of Youth, where the hands and feet don't move. So just watch. You inhale, dig the heels down, bring the bottom of the feet down, and I'm back in the same pose. So have a go at that, or the variation that doesn't strain your shoulders. And then we have arrived at the full Purvottanasana, reverse plank pose. Principles are the same, but now it's kind of like the Shalabhasana, but we flipped it over. It's the same actions, the whole back body has to engage. Shalabhasana, where we lay on the belly and lift whatever we can grab a hold of and lift. Here, watch, the hands go back behind the hips. And they can turn out. They don't have to be forward if that's uncomfortable for you. But the action of draw the shoulder blades together, press the hands down, the hips will come up. Now pull the toe mounts to the floor so the feet are down and lift all the way up. Pull the toe mounts, so up you come. Pull the legs long, so the whole back seam engages. Pull the toe mounts on, so there's a big lift, nice. And exhale, lower, down. Yeah, well, that was the worst we're gonna do today. Great pose to strengthen the back, where most of us, we need that extra shoulder. Things comes from too tight, not strong enough. Take your blankets, 1 or 2, if you have it, and then stack them in the hamburger fold. So a wide support. And have the rounded edges to the same side. We're going to use this for our Viparita Karni, our immune pose. So again, if in doubt, this is the pose you don't want to skip. You will come onto your back, lift the hips, and then slide the blankets with the rounded edges up under your sacrum and your low back. Sacrum and low back. The arms can now relax. So let the shoulders tuck under a little bit. We'll draw the knees in and take the legs to the sky. The legs go up. So maintaining a sense of the back bend, the chest is lifting, but the tailbone is descending towards the earth. If this is uncomfortable for you, then bend the knees and place the feet on the mat again for the supportive bridge pose, a powerful pose in its own right. This pose can also be practiced with the legs against the wall, strapping the legs together, and you can stay for a long time. What it does, it allows lymph, especially, to flow with much more ease to the port of disposal, getting rid of anything icky. And not just viruses, but also cells that have died and needs to be flushed out, so that our water treatment plant, so to speak, stays pristine. It also gives the heart a break. Doesn't have to work so hard at pumping the blood up from the legs. Good pose to do before digestion, before you eat, but because the stomach is above your input vessel, I wouldn't do it right after I eat. Steady and easy breath. And then here, letting your legs draw towards your trunk. Let the legs, knees straight or bent, it's whatever is comfortable. Keep your back in contact with the blankets, the supports. We're not looking to come into plow pose. This is a forward fold. You'll take your hands to your legs, your knees, your shins. And let your low back in particular stretch out. So the whole back seam is now lengthening. Directing the breath into the back body, as you can't really get into the front. You can use your arms to add a little bit more weight to your legs. And again, knees bend or straight. It is whatever feels best for your body. And then from here, simply push your blankets down a little bit lower. So you roll out and let your legs come to rest on the blankets for Shavasana. And as you settle into Shavasana, as always, remove your glasses and take a moment to ensure that you are really, really comfortable Again, we'll repeat Purshan Mudra, digestive, that which nourishes mudra. Your right hand is your thumb either on the index finger and middle finger for upper digestive, or ring finger and pinky finger for lower digestive issues. Your left hand is the thumb towards the middle finger and ring finger. Return to the Ujjayi breath, but only on the exhalation. Only on the exhalation. So that gentle restriction of the vocal cords, the glottis. Let the in-breath be deep and full. Let the out-breath be savored. Letting the body relax. Let the mudra go. Let the breath relax. And let the pranayama go. Let the mind relax. If it's chatty, let it just simply follow the breath in and out. And then allow your awareness to rest into your heart center. And let you be nourished by that. Now gently begin to deepen your breath. Wiggling fingers and toes. Bend out your knees. You can either just rock the knees here from side to side or hug the knees in and rock from side to side. It's whatever your body would like right now. Eventually, roll all the way over onto your right side. One of the reasons that are given for coming to rest on the right side is because of the weight of the liver. Would you know? 5 pounds, they say. And when it is on towards the right side of the body, that way it is not hanging from the ligaments. Using your arms and hands to press up into a comfortable seated posture. We'll bring our palms together as we prepare to conclude. Chant again the mantra for peace. Om Shanti, 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 Om. Let's take a deep breath in. Om Shanti, 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 Om. Exhaling and bow your head towards your heart. Your inner servant, your inner master. Be guided by your heart. Let's inhale and draw the gaze back up. Namaste. So I hope to see you next week. We got the big practice out of the way. So next week will be all heart-centered. So no practice Thursday.